Hello and welcome to SmartRepricer Basic session with Trickles University. Today we are going to talk about SmartRepricer a little bit, and also we're going to dive deep some strategies. We are going to examine and tell you a little bit more about how you can create specific strategies for your inventory. And also we are going to talk about how we can create automated listing for our workflows via workflows. We are going to talk about an uploads on SmartRepricer who came from the other Repricer programs such as Aura, such as Pickle, and how you can implement your inventory to SmartRepricer very easily. Also, we are going to look at some reports and the other great features of SmartRepricer. But before you go, I would like to remind you that these are basically that we are going to dive deep a little bit, but not too much. But also, we are just going to give you some tips in order to create the best strategy for your inventory. My name is Honor, and I am giving training related with SmartRepricer and also seller running. So let's talk about SmartRepricer. First of all, I just would like to clarify what is SmartRepricer exactly and how will be benefit for your inventory. SmartRepricer is automatically repricer tool. It enables you to change your inventory prices all the time. Depending on your strategies, you can be the lowest for any detail page. You can be the highest price, or you can try to compete with any specific seller. Without giving specific information, the seller type, you will have a chance to compete with FBA, FBM, or Amazon sellers by creating any strategy. So first part, we would like to start with strategies because I know the best strategy in order to create, you need to understand exactly what kind of strategy we have on SmartRepricer or which one will be much more benefit for your inventory. So basically, on SmartRepricer, we have two different type of strategies. One I call that you can create your own. It can be related with buybacks. If you choose buybacks, it's try to compete with buybacks all of the sellers. If you choose featured merchants, you are going to compete with specific merchants, which you are going to decide from the strategies. Or you can work with the lowest price. By choosing lowest price, it's going to be aimed the lowest, but at the meantime, it's going to look at your ROI calculation either. And last time, you can create from the scratch, from 0 to 100. You can create a strategy with specific topics or specific seller types. So, and the other part of strategies, which we have called pre-configured strategies. In here, the first info on seller in SmartRepricer is that if you're FBA seller, if you're FBM seller, it doesn't matter end of the day. End of the day, without giving importance what kind of seller type you are, SmartRepricer is going to be beneficial for you. So how we can give this information? So basically, let's say that you are going to choose FBA, but most of your listing is MFN or FBA. So basically, by choosing any FBA strategy, it means that strategy does not mean we only compete with FBA sellers. It is also maintains or try to continue it means that strategy is optimized to focus on advantages of being FBA seller. So basically, you can combine with that. But let's get started a little bit. And I would like to start because I always would like to start from the custom strategy because basically this is all the key features and key questions that you are going to face. By understanding these questions, you will get much more knowledge if you choose pre-configured. So let's start with custom strategy. Do you remember? The first info was that it doesn't matter what kind of seller type you are. End of the day, you can use SmartRepricer. But the first question when you face or when you start to create your custom strategy, the first question will be, okay, which kind of type of seller that you would like to compete with? So you need to decide in here. You can choose if you like, I just want to get the buybacks. So we are going to compete with the buybacks competition. So we will be in the middle of the road and there will be a lot of sellers. So we are just going to be aimed at buybacks. Or you can be the lowest FBA. So if you have an FBA listing, the SmartRepricer will try to focus to lowest on all FBA products, but being lowest, it is also try to calculate your ROI. So it doesn't mean that when you are the lowest that your profit is going to be decreased. No, by being lowest, you can also gain much more profit depending of your ROI calculation, which I'm going to talk about in the last part on the in the creation in the strategic creation part. So let's get say we are going to talk about buybacks a little more today. So I'm just gonna get buybacks or FBA sellers. All right. By choosing this, my competition will be buybacks or FBA sellers. So if they are going to change their price, my price is going to change. This, when you have decided, okay, I choose this one, you will have this option either, such as like you can exclude or include Amazon from the competition. If you don't want to compete with Amazon itself, you can exclude them. Or in SmartRepricer, you will have a chance include or exclude by their seller ID, by their feedback rating, or by their feedback count. So by giving specific seller type, you can even include or exclude any specific feedback counted seller. You can also exclude back order sellers, and even you can, in the competition, if there's a longer handling time, you can also exclude or include. So these are, as you can see, the first thing for us is the information will be in the shown on the detail page. So by meaning, you are deciding your own detail page. When you decide it, your detail page will be unique for you. So we are creating on this one in the first part. Or you can use even items will not compare against, such as use items in the same or better condition, or if you don't want to compete with new, but or not new or half use. So you can even decide on this thing either. So it is much more detailed, but it's up to you end of the day how you would like to create. Or you can even choose your from inventory to look at your sales and decide specifically, hey, I have some products in my inventory and it's not getting sold in recently. So you can even put these ones by creating less than or more than. But another great feature is that you can also create this rule in from workflow either, which I am going to show you in the next 15 or 20 minutes. So, okay, we decided these kind of things. I'm not going to use my less sale at the moment because I have much more specific topics. So let's get continued. Okay, as you can see, I am in the proceed right now. I choose FBA or buybacks. And now, these are the most critical questions because now I need to decide it. I created my detail page, and now I need to decide my price movements on detail page. So let's get created on this one. So if I'm going to competing with Amazon itself, you can tell SmartRepricer discount with these options. You can tell immediately, hey, if I'm going to compete with Amazon, price above immediately, or price below immediately, or match my price. So let's get say if Amazon is higher price, if I choose match my price, my price is going to try to match with Amazon itself. Whatever they are going to change, if I choose match price, my price will always try to match Amazon itself. Or you can tell the system win buybacks, which means that SmartRepricer will set your price based on this rule when competing with Amazon. So there are so many options such as win buybacks, there are below competition, and you can even tell don't compete. It's up to you. So I'm going to choose, if I'm going to any competition with Amazon itself, I will try to win the buybacks, drop below competition. So let's get say if I'm going to compete with Amazon in order to get the buybacks, if Amazon price is going to be specific number, my price will be a little bit little when you compare to Amazon. So you can even decide by a numeric, or you can even decide by percentage. So end of the day, let's choose 0.5. That means that my price will be much more lower when you compare to Amazon if anyone has the buybacks. Or the same question, the same option will be the same. Do you remember? I choose from the custom strategy, I want to get the FBA or buyback. So one more time, you can tell the system, if I'm going to compete with FBA, match my price or price above immediately. Or the same question will be, if you're going to compete with FBM itself, you can tell the system, okay, in FBA, I'm just going to be priced above immediately. But if I'm going to compete with FBM, I can choose price below immediately, such as like, I don't know, 0.5. But basically, I am giving this information, which is very important. End of the day, if you have an FBA listing and if you would like to compete with FBA listing, you can do that. But at the same time, even if you are work with specific FBA plan or specific FBA strategy, you can even include FBM directions either. So it doesn't mean that I will not only compete with FBA. You will have a chance to compete with FBM depending of your price changes. So that's why we would like to start from the scratch, and that's why we start to give you specific and much more detailed information regarding custom strategy. So let's continue with, because these are the middle question, which is heart of the price changes. As many you know, sometimes on the default page there is no competition. So let's say there is no competition. I recommend to use your maximum price, because, or the second advice will be customize your price. Why I'm recommending use your maximum price? Let's say there is no competition. You are the only seller. You might have think and ask me, hey, Honor, if I be the highest price on the detail page, they are going to choose me. It's 50-50. But at the same time, it guarantees you, if they are going to choose you, you are going to make much profit. But you can tell SmartRepricer, I don't want to receive this kind of offer. I just want to get I just want to receive a lot of orders. That means that we are going to talk about sales booster, which we are going to coming up in the next 10 minutes. So, okay, let's say on the detail page, there is no competition. You are the only seller. I told use my maximum price, or let's say gradually increase my price every 15 minutes. So you will have a chance in between 15 minutes to 24 hours, even if you are the only seller, your price keep always changing, such as every 15 minutes or every 1 hour. So your price is not going to stay, even if you are on the seller on the detail page. If when the buyback is sub price, you can tell the system one more time, customize my price, because buyback is sub price. You can tell the SmartRepricer use my minimum price, use my maximum price. But let's give you a little scenario. At the moment, I'm competing with FBA and buybacks because we create a custom strategy. Now SmartRepricer asking me, hey, if Amazon or buybacks, if below your minimum price, what do you want from me? So if the buybacks of FBA is below my minimum price, you can tell SmartRepricer one more time, customize my price, or do not reprice, or use your own minimum price. So I'm going to give you one tip in here. If you choose customize your price from the minimum price, that means that you don't need to choose minimum price, because by choosing customizing your pricing, your price is going to compete with the minimum. So it doesn't mean that you need to stay in the minimum. Your minimum can be changed and can be go up depending of your request. So even when there is no competition, and when the competition matches your minimum price, you can tell SmartRepricer, do not reprice, or use my maximum price. So independently, we talk about these ones. Whatever they do, or whatever they are going to change your prices, my price is going to change. But basic logic, if you tell SmartRepricer, change my prices, SmartRepricer is going to change your prices. But if you do not tell anything to SmartRepricer, and if your competition this doesn't change anything, SmartRepricer is not going to change your information. Because in here, we need to decide, in the competition, you need to decide what kind of price changes or movements I would like to see. So you can even decide creating sales city velocity rule. You can disable or enable, such as like, let's choose less than and sales for 1 big. So you can even create from the velocity rule by pricing them. It doesn't mean that it needs to be velocity or percentage. End of the day, you can decide, because that's how SmartRepricer update your price based on your sales statistics. Because the system is going to look at your sales statistics, inventory sales, and it's going to cover up from depending in the last week, and it's going to change your price because you are creating velocity rules. I am not creating right now. And also, you can set rules based on stock quantity, and also when there is no in stock, or when there is no in stock information on the detail page, you can even disable or enable. So I start with custom strategy, and I am giving you too much information, but basically we are seeing everything at the moment. So when we talk about profit booster for any other strategy, you are going to see some surprises, because we are not going to make the same changes. Okay, most critical question right now. Finally, we have the buybacks. But that doesn't mean that repricer is going to shut their services. So repricer can keep repricing. You can tell the system, hey, when I have the buybacks, raise my price. So I'm just going to recommend this, because let's say I am competing with one of the random seller, and I have the buy box, but he is going to also change his price. So he will try to match my price or higher price. So that means if he change any price information, that means that we are still in the red. 20 hours later, I might have lost the buy box. In order to not to lose the buy box, you can tell your pricer, raise your price based on competition, or lower my price, or do not reprice, or raise my price. So I'm just going to choose this time, raise my price based on competition, because I don't want to get too much lower. And if my competition is changing their price, my price is going to be same or a little bit different. So I'm not going to make any profit loss in here. So I'm going to choose 0.5 in order to make sure not to be the most lowest. Okay, let's continue, because there will be a part that I'm going to talk about InventoryLab integration. And I know there are so many InventoryLab users in here in order to get much more info for SmartRepricer. So I would like to give first important info for InventoryLab users in here. Most probably, you have minimum maximum information, or some all of the ROI calculation, or all of the automated your minimum maximum prices is available all in InventoryLab. If you have integration with InventoryLab and SmartRepricer, all of this information, if you are toggle on, which I'm going to show you, will came through from InventoryLab to SmartRepricer. So you don't need to make any decide any ROI based calculation on in here, or fixed profit model or fixed profit number in here. But let's get pretend at the moment you don't have any integration. But if you have one, and if you have a specific ROI, and if you have a minimum maximum information which is already available for every MSAQ, which means that it's going to transfer from InventoryLab to SmartRepricer. There are another way to input your information, but basically the first info about InventoryLab is this. In here, I would like to give one example. This time I'm a bookseller, so I just wanna give some specific fixed profit model in here. So I just wanna give between $1 to $10, because I know a bookseller is not earning too much money per order. Most of probably the biggest one should be, most of the time it's between $1 to $10, but they are good with that because they are selling much more separate product. It's much more fast, so they have some specific ROI. But for the basic book sellers, I can recommend use this between this fixed profit model. So let's get review our strategy. We talk about like 50 minutes to 20 minutes. It was a little bit dive deep and with some technical information, but basically we have just created our custom strategy. We have decided fixed profit between 1 to 10, and I'm going to compete with buy box or FBA sellers. And then in the buy box, I'm just going to raise my price based on the competition. And now when you click complete, now, sorry, I'm just going to give my strategy, which I'm going to tell, catch me if you can. So I'm just going to click complete. So I would like to give you second critical information for InventoryLab users. So now, if you create custom strategy, all of your ROI calculation will be much more different. But if you choose not custom strategy, which is, let's choose this time to create lowest price, I'm going to compete with the lowest price, but at the same time, I'm going to change my prices depending on my ROI calculation. So let's choose lowest price in here, and to give you what we're talking about. So exactly as you can see, all of the questions are the same. One more time, if the Amazon itself, what do you want from me? If the seller competing with you are going to sell FBA, what do you want exactly? The question will be the same. And one more time, the system is going to tell you, ask you, when you have the buy box, what do you want from me exactly? But this time, if you choose accept presets or any other strategies, the last part will be much more different. So what kind of difference we're talking about? Let's talk about on the section on the second strategy creation. It is going to be much more not too long when you compare the custom, because another great feature on SmartRepricer that we have already been covered for you, which means that we have already created specific strategy for you. So let me give you some summary about that. I'm just going to create one random strategy in here. So I am taking out the same notes because I just want to give you some summary about what are these exactly. I know that you have some information about sales booster, profit booster, balance enhancer, or aggressive lowest, but let me start with I take note from the lowest. All right, so being lowest might be frightening to you. You can think like that, okay, all right, my listing is always try to force being the lowest on my detail page, but it doesn't mean that even though you are the lowest, that you are not going to make any profit. Even if you are the lowest, by depending of your ROI calculation and also fixed profit calculation, the system is trying to combine with them. So when you have the lowest, okay, you can receive some orders, but it's going to be much more like less profits. But if you create aggressive lowest, but by the way, I am comparing with normal repricer and aggressive lowest. But if you choose aggressive lowest, yes, the system always forcing the listing to be the most lowest, but at the same time, depending of your minimum maximum calculation, will try to maximize your profit. Or we can talk about balance enhancer in here. I take this note. I will try to target the buybacks, but prioritizing my profit. So it's basically, I will try to target the buyback as much as I can, but at the same time, I will try to compete by prioritizing my profits. Or do you remember that if I was giving this information, maybe you would like to receive much more order, much more fast. So you can choose sales booster because I am going to target buybacks one more time, but at the same time, I am going to make competition by if they are going to change their prices, I will change my price, and that's how my listings will be much more movement action, and I'm going to receive much more orders. So let me show you, and as you can see, FBA or FBM doesn't matter in here. I'm going to choose Sales Booster. I'm just going to click Continue, and as you can see, we did not face any specific question. Do you remember we were asking if you are going to compare Amazon itself, what do you want from me? Or if you are going to compare it with FBA or FBM sellers, what do you want from me? But in here, when you choose, it doesn't matter. It can be sales booster, it can be profit booster. Let's choose balance enhancer one more time. And if you click continue, this question will go missing again. But in here, one more time for InventoryLab users, this time we are creating a different strategy. That means that you need to decide your ROI or fixed profit model one more time, or if you have integration, all of the prices will come through from there. So when you review your strategy, it's going to tell you this: hey, we did not ask you anything because we have already prepared for you. We know you want to use balance enhancer, and we have already created from the background. All you need to do is that if you are minimum price or maximum price, you can even upload from the upload section. So I'm just gonna click complete. That's why I choose file upload, because I would like to talk about an upload section. I know that some InventoryLab users have some specific questions regarding on that. I'm going to go over that, but this is basically in the strategy side. I know that I dive deep a little bit about custom strategy, but basically you learn the most complicated strategy creation. So when you spend too much time on custom strategy, or when you choose lowest price or featured merchants, you are going to face the same question. So that's how we are going to understand, okay, this is the situation, this is the competition type. Okay, that was the strategy part. That was all of the information you can get about strategy. But now I would like to talk about from the workflows. Because we have recently updated our workflow with some new features, and you can create a lot of things. Randomly, last week, one of the user was asking me, hey, owner, is there any way to, let's say, I made all the necessary change from InventoryLab. Okay, so I have sent my batch, and this batch goes to my inventory. I don't want to go to SmartRepricer one more time in order to assign the listing. Okay, let's pretend this scenario is happening right now. Right now, all of the EL user has sending their batch, their inventory, and they don't want to go to SmartRepricer to assign them. So let's create for your upcoming batch, there in the road, and that's how you can use the integration between SmartRepricer and InventoryLab much more efficient. That means that there's a new batch in the coming. That means this is the new listing. We are going to show you to demonstrate how you can create a workflow for your new listing. Let's continue. So the first info, I need to add some filters. And the second info, I need to make some actions. the first thing is that I need to filter. Okay, from EL, I sent to batch from my USA account, and at the moment I don't have any USA account, but let's pretend it's going to be go there to USA account. So I'm going to choose this one, and I'm going to choose filter by strategy. That means that I just want to these new upcoming products, I would like to work with new strategy, such as balance enhancer FPM product, let's say. And now, as you can see, the filter is not done yet. You can even filter fulfillment type for your FBA or FPM. Let's say your last page is all about FBA, and you can choose FBA. Or let's say, this is the new feature that we have recently established in the workflow. Let's say you have an existing product in your inventory for a very long time, and it can be more than even 1 more year. So you can even tell SmartRepricer, hey, it was staying more than 1 year, or it was staying. Let us choose. You can even choose like until 1 year specific time, 200 days, 300 days, or any specific days. But this time I'm gonna choose more than 1 year, okay? And now you can even filter for the low inventory fee. You guys are remembered, Amazon has recently, exactly 2 months ago, has updated their low inventory fee, and they're publishing this feature, and it affects every user on an Amazon. So we are also included this one. So that's how you can filter by low inventory fee either. But it's not done yet. Okay, we created our filter. You can even filter by tag. So do you remember there are so many, you can create tags on the Squad X and the other products of recalls. You can even filter by tag in here by favorites or bestsellers or even critical stock. Or you can even filter by SQA, Suku, or you can even filter by title. So I'm not going to use all of them, but I'm giving you all the filters that there are so many options. So let's say you would like to create a new listing for your inventory edge. You can create from the workflow. You just want to create your existing FBA listing. It was not receiving any sales. You can create a workflow for your existing FBA product, which was staying in your inventory in the last 1 year. So I'm going to toggle off on these ones, and I'm going to choose this one off. And I'm just would like to work with this time inventory edge. Okay, I choose this one. And no, let me toggle on, because now I have a new upcoming listing. I don't want to combine with that. I have any upcoming new listing, and I'm just going to tag these ones critical stock, because I know that, let's say, create a scenario. These are very critical. I just would like to sell because I have only 1 or 2. So you can choose by tagging them critical stock. Okay, we choose our marketplace. We choose our filters. Now, what can we do right now? Because we have an upcoming batch right now in the road. So I can tell the SmartRepricer, hey, for my new batch, for my new products, in the next 4 hours, do not make any repricer action. So when you add it to your SmartRepricer inventory, this product will not make any repricer action. Or you can tell the system, keep repricing, do not stop. Or during that time, use my minimum price. And guys, at the moment, I am talking about for your upcoming batch. And you can tell SmartRepricer, you can use your minimum price, use my maximum price, or you can be the lowest or customizing your price. So your current price, depending by percentage, depending of your numerically. So basically, the first filter that you can also do with this one, or maybe for your new upcoming product, you would like to work a different strategy. That means that you can even decide your specific strategy. Let's create balance enhancer, because I want to make sure my new listing is FBA, and I want to work and assign all of them with specific FBA strategies. So I choose this one if you like, or it's not done yet. Even you can tell SmartRepricer, hey, for my new listing, all of the product will please be included the repricer process immediately. When you toggle on, that means that the repricer action will be enabled for your inventory for your upcoming listing. If you toggle off, that means that it's not going to make any repricer perform. So I'm just going to tell pause repricing for an hour, and I just want to make sure use my keep repricing or use my minimum price. So I know some users I saw a lot of comments on our Facebook community group, which I would like to share you in the last minutes of our session. They are hesitating about, like, they want to make sure to understand how Smart Repricer works for the new listing. Once they understand, they would like to put in Repricer. So that's why they were asking me, hey, is there any way to not doing anything? So if you like, you can even tell, do not reprise action. You can be sure, you can look one more time, but we're talking about automatization for your inventory, and you can be count on that. If you choose use your minimum price, or if you choose customize my price, workflow for your new listing is going to be work depending of your instruction. So we are in the middle of the road creation about the workflow about our new listing, but one more time, you can name your workflow. Let's get say this one is FBA listing, but I'm creating by the way from my head, but not aged inventory, let's get say. And when you click enable, that means that you have created a workflow for your new listing. I forgot to give you one information in here. In the strategies, in the workflows, you can create a lot of. There is no limits. And the very important tip for you guys, in order to understand for your inventory and or for your store, I am giving you this advice. Always try to work with different strategies. So that's how we can understand which one is that much more accurate. And the other workflow is that my tip will be that if you have a new listing, let's say you have sent 100 batch or product from the batch, but try do this instant. In order to understand what is going to do Smart Repricer for your new listing, send or upload 10 product, which I'm going to show you right now, and work with workflow. And let's pretend this 10 product is going to be new listing, and follow the 10 products from the report section or from the dashboard. So it is basically gives you the all the insights, what you are going to, how you can perform or how you can calculate your performances on Smart Repricer. So we have another workflow, which I'm not going to create, but okay, we have a workflow for our new listing. I get it. But is there any way to create a workflow for existing listing? Because one more time, I have so many products which is not a sale in the last 1 year, and I just want to remove all of them by deciding minimum price. So let's create one of the random workflow, one of the random scenario. I'm going to create this workflow right now. Monday to Friday, every week, in every 5 p.m. Okay, I choose Monday to Friday, every 5 p.m. So I'm going to choose my Singapore account, okay, because there are so many products that I would like to relieve myself. And I'm just going to choose filter by strategy from presets. And I'm just going to choose this time inventory age one more time, or not 100 years, not 100 years, 1 year. I'm just going to choose the units and less than. And I'm just going to choose, I think it's go up there. I think we have a little filter issue in here, but okay, it goes. All right, I'm just going to save. So basically, right now, I am doing this. I have some products in my inventory which I would like to relieve myself because I didn't receive anything. And I just want to use my minimum price in the next, let's create together. I'm just gonna choose pause repricing and use my minimum price in the 4 house for my specific products, be the lowest, be the minimum price in the 4 hours, and let me see if I'm going to receive any sales. And please include my existing, much more older, more than 100 products. So when you create continue, it's going to tell you the same thing. You can also name your workflow, new listing 2, let's say, or no, not new listing, existing listing, FBA. And now you will have a chance to save your workflow, and that means that you have created your workflow. As you can see, I have a lot of workflow, which I'm going to toggle on. I would like to work with only specific one. Okay, basically, we have also completed the workflow section. But in now, I would like to jump very, very important section, which I would like to talk about, upload section. Okay, now let's pretend. Actually, not pretend, because I saw from our community group, and also I saw from I received a lot of feedback from my CS team. They are receiving a lot of questions regarding this topic. Hey, I I decided to use SmartRepricer, okay, but I came through from Aura and I came through from Beacon. And I don't want to spend too much time. I just want to add my existing Excel sheet to SmartRepricer. What do I need to do? Okay, basically, it is so simple, which we are going to demonstrate together. The first thing is that please download your report from Beacon, from Aura. Okay, now you're the Excel sheet. Now, after that, from SmartRepricer dashboards, click listing parts and click upload section. So let me demonstrate one more time from the dashboard. So under the listing tab, you will going to see upload section. When you click upload section, there are only 3 steps you are going to see. One, it is basically do nothing. First of all, download your template. So let's get download our template, because in here we have some users are using this upload section and they were seeing, which is, as you can see, I have a success count, and they are seeing some errors, such as all of the products were error because they didn't give the specific information. So let us look our Excel sheet and what do you need exactly in here. And I am giving this information for specifically for InventoryLab users, because now this is your inventory. Let's say it's going to be empty. So now you need to do the first info. Please be careful these tabs, which is product name, marketplaces, but most importantly, look at this part, minimum price and maximum price. If you did not submit this information from the batch, and when you try to upload, the SmartRepricer will not take as a successful, because in order to repricer enable, in order to calculation, SmartRepricer need this. I need your minimum price and I need your maximum price. I know there are some Becool or Aura old users who are using the Excel sheet but upload directly. Do not do that. You just need to do like this. When you download your file, you will see this part. Do not change anything. And let's say you have 100 product, and let's delete all of them. And at the moment I can't change anything because it's corrupted, but let me demonstrate to you without changing anything, which I'm not changing anything. Just delete this information, change your existing information, but be sure please, also include your minimum price or maximum price. The reason that you are seeing unsuccessful count, which means that you did not provide required information. What will we do in order to fix this issue? First of all, download our template, which we have downloaded. This is the first one. Second, once you have downloaded, update your Amazon product data, which is, I was telling you guys, be sure that every template that you will try to upload, if we did not submit specific required information, Repricer will not perform. You need to make sure, you just need to make sure to give all the necessary information, just like on the ready template. And once everything is ready, you just need to click uploads from your computer. So I have recently uploaded a product for you guys. So this is basically, you are seeing successful upload process. How you can also understand, let me show you. I have success count like 2000 product. Let me show you how I succeed on this one. So on the dashboard, you will have a discount of features, because that means that, hey, you have added some products, but unfortunately, as you can see, there are some inactive products on your listing. Let's say in Amazon Seller Central, they are not active. Or one of your product, as you can see, has missing minimum price information or missing maximum price information. And before not getting this info, I cannot make performation about repricer action. I'm just going to show you the second way how you can give this info from the listing page very shortly. But basically, guys, upload is not too hard when you compare to the other repricer tools, but it's just basically, first info, please, just download our template. Do not try to download your template or Excel sheet from Aura to Becool to try to import directly. No, just download our template, make the necessary changes, make sure you give the necessary information and upload. That's all. So, okay, when we talk about making some changes, I would like to give you some info from the listing page. What can you do? Or let me jump from the dashboard. Let's get pretend. Now you are seeing some, by the way, now I start to demonstrate how you can make some changes by manually. I know everyone is loving automatization, and they want to make sure everything is on the track. But at the same time, if you want to make some manual changes, you can do this from the listing page. And on the dashboard, let's get pretend I have like, at the moment I am seeing one product which is missing, but let's get say it is 50. Okay, when you click this, it goes, I have only one missing price or maximum minimum. It shows me. But let's get pretend I have like 50 products or 10 products or 100 products. So I'm going to choose 100 from this page. What kind of action I can make right now, which I would like to show you. So all of the one of the product is going to be counted here. And when you click this tab, this toggle, it's going to be a pair bulk action. So I choose right now, I choose 100 product. Let's get say I choose a 100 FBA product, okay? And I want to make some changes for this one. So what kind of changes you can make? Let me show you from bulk action. So first of all, you can download, okay? Maybe you want to give dive, or you can tell SmartRepricer, I am selecting this 100 product, toggle off or disable for repricer action, okay? I don't want to make any repricer action on my listing, which is selected 100 product. Or you can set a strategy. You can tell SmartRepricer by manual, by the way, for my 100 product, please change my strategy from profit poster to sales poster. You can one more time enable, which is very important. If you want to enable time boxes repricing, for an example, you can tell SmartRepricer, hey, I am selecting 100 product, and in the next 500 minutes, do not be the lowest, use my minimum price or use my maximum price. So basically, if you want to sell much more faster and it doesn't matter for your profit loss, or end of the day, it's important, but you don't have any too much expectation about profit, you have some little gain, and if you want to sell fast, use my minimum price. You can advise SmartRepricer for your listing by manually from the listing page. Okay, it's not done yet. You can make bulk updates, such as updating your cost, updating your minimum price. As you can see, guys, this is the second or third way in order to decide minimum maximum price. First way came through from InventoryLab. Second way, uploading your sheet. And third way, making some necessary changing from the listing page. So you can even update frequency for your repricer action. So you can tell SmartRepricer every 5 minutes, please update all of my prices, which I have selected for 100 product. And at least but not least, you can also take add or delete for selected items. I just want to make some demonstration about listing page because you will be able to see all of the informations, and we have so many columns that you can add or disable, such as velocity, sales rank, which is very cool that you can also decide. But on the other end, we have a lot of and great filter options, such as FBA, FBM, active listing, inactive listing, in buybacks, and even inventory age. So you can tell SmartRepricer, hey, show me the products that had been the last 1 year and still staying in my inventory, or item condition, or it might be very important even for the velocity. So by selecting velocity, by selecting the sales speed, you can even select them. You can make some changes. You can make bulk actions, and it doesn't matter. But end of the day, I recommend you guys that even you can look your products by sales rank or page visits. So these are very important filters in order to get you much more insight for your inventory. But insight are not done yet. I'm going to show you in the report section. But basically, in the filter, you can filter by sales rank, by category name, by inventory age, item condition. All of the actions, all of the options is visible. You can even select by strategy either. So please try to use your filters. You will get much more info. Okay, the last 10 minutes will be to talk about the report section on InventoryLab, because maybe you would like to ask me this question. Okay, Onur, we talk about strategy. We talk about workflow. We talk about every feature on SmartRepricer. But one month it passed, I received not too many sales. I am not expecting the result that I was expecting when I joined the SmartRepricer, or I want to change my strategy, but I am not sure which strategy is the best. That's why in these questions, in this kind of moments, I am 100% recommend to use our report section. On the report section, you will have a chance to generate report related with sales report by strategy. So you can understand what kind of report type is, what kind of strategy type it is beneficial for you, or product profitability analysis, or even we are loving buyback so much, you can get your buyback stats for your listing to order related, top selling products, maximum or minimum price products. But basically, I am recommending to use this report because that's how you will get much more insights about your inventory, and that's how you can manage all of your inventory depending of your instructions. I would like to give you one info regarding orders. I hope you are going to receive a lot of order with SmartRepricer. When you receive your orders, it's going to show such as all of the information, profit to ROI, order total, all of the status. So basically, the last part will be talk about the InventoryLab section. But before going to InventoryLab section, I just would like to remind your memory, guys. I would like to refresh your memory one more time on the strategy part. Do you remember this part? It doesn't matter you are creating preconfigured. It doesn't matter you are creating from the scratch. Every time this question will appear. So, all right. If you want to set your minimum maximum prices, and is there already available, let's get create like this. From InventoryLab, you have sent your batch one more time. On the batch, there are two things. One, let me take this info just a second, because all right, submit the batch, find it to drop it. So I was taking this note, so I just want to make sure. So let's say you have sent the batch and you have chosen submit the batch, find it to box it. Okay. On in here, on the list, on the batch, if you have a specific minimum maximum information, and if you have integration with SmartRepricer, you don't need to make decision about your minimum maximum prices, because as you can see, all of the minimum maximum prices will automatically come through from InventoryLab to SmartRepricer. So you don't need to worry about anything. But the other part was, which is, let me show you from the setting sites. Okay, if you have a specific batch, and if it is information included from the find at the box it, if it's available, this information will be coming through. But it's not done yet. You can also make these changes either. So let's pretend I would like to make some changes regarding my UK account. Okay, and I'm still talking about InventoryLab, by the way. So this part will be that you need to decide for your stores either. So let's say you don't want to send your minimum maximum price to Amazon, and if you don't want to receive any price alert notification, my recommendation will be, and this is very tip because I know they were asking, do not send your maximum prices to minimum price to Amazon. So that's how you can prevent to get any price alert from Amazon Seller Central. And you can also tell the SmartRepricer, do not add any inactive products to my store. So let's say you have Amazon Seller Central products and these are inactive, and you can tell SmartRepricer, don't add. And one last info, inactive products is not included your ASIN rights. Let's say you have 5,000 ASINs, and if you have 1,000 inactive product, this inactive product is not going to be included your ASIN rights. So in here, the last info I would like to give to you, if you don't want to compete any specific seller, you can also decide with this in here either. So there are a lot of options. But the first info was that if you would like to make, let's say I am using the default strategy, which is sales poster, and I have a specific global sales text for any specific for marketplace. So one more time, you can decide from in here, and it will affect for your every listing. But on the integration side, let's pretend you send your batch, but you did not have any minimum or maximum information. How SmartRepricer can perform that? There is only two ways. One, you need to use upload section. This is very unique, and I know most of the repricer users are doing that. And the second way, you need to use from the listing page and make the necessary changes by bulk. So as you can see, this is very important. And I know that you guys are wondering sometimes in opening cases, hey, so sorry. Sometimes you are asking that, hey, from EL, from the SmartRepricer, I can't see any my maximum price or minimum price. The reason is that you need to make sure this information is available already on the batch you have sent, or if this information is not given, the repricer process cannot be happened. In order to make repricer live again, you need to make you need to upload an Excel sheet from upload section, or you need to make some changes from listing page by giving in here and giving your minimum price and maximum price. Basically, the last info in here that the minimum and maximum price information, it is required in order to work with SmartRepricer and repricer operation for your products. Thank you very much. I hope I did not miss any part regarding SmartRepricer. Maybe I might have dived about custom strategy, but I just want to give you the basic strategy creation because it includes all of the stakeholders. And the other strategies, it is going to be much more easy when you're comparing the custom. But that's how you will get much more info regarding strategies. We talk about workflow and also reports, which is going to be very useful and much more insight for your inventory. And also we talk about InventoryLab integration. In here, the last info I would like to share with you guys. In SmartRepricer, if you have a specific feature request, we are always implementing very fast. But at the second time, and on the other end, I know that EL and SmartRepricer cases might be unique. So most of the problems or most of the things or difficulties that you are going to face with, it might be unique. That means that it needs to be investigated independently. So if you see something, the problem that you are learning right now, these are the fixed way. But I am 100% sure that maybe you are going to face some specific issue, but you cannot resolve it. On this kind of scenario, watch this please, because I'm giving all the steps. But if you're still facing the same issue regarding maximum or minimum, always contact with customer support team, because they are going to look at your case and they are going to give you accurate information in order to fix the issue. My name is Onur, one more time, and thank you for your listening. And I hope you enjoy our demo about SmartRepricer.
Question. What would you recommend as far as strategies to start with for those who are new to repricing versus those who are trying to transition from their original repricer?
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much for your question. So for your question, basically, I give this specific and statistically information. I know this information. Most of the SmartRepricer users are receive their orders above 50% of lower price. So what does that mean? On your lower price, let's say you have a specific lower price, and 50% up or 50% upper price range means that you are going to receive much more sales when you compare the other strategies. I use the lowest word because I just want to give you this information very, very to the point. So let's say you are a new seller, and you start with, you want to be the lowest price. Okay, you have a specific lowest price. But on SmartRepricer, most common and very popular thing is that our users are always receiving an order by 50% up from your lower price. So that means I can recommend you to always combine your strategy, which means I would like to advise you that without any matter that you are a FPS seller or FBM seller, I will try to give you one tip. One, work with balance enhancer, because that's how you will try to targeting the buybacks, but at the same time, you are not going to forget your competition. So if they are going to change your price is going to change. But at the meantime, I will try to catch the buybacks, and my price is not going to change. Second tip or the recommendation I would like to give it to you, if you are newbie in the SmartRepricer world or any repricer world, except balance enhancer, I can recommend to use profit booster. Because one more time, and by the way, I always start to use this word. I am targeting buybacks. I'm targeting buybacks. All of our strategies can target buybacks, but by targeting buybacks, you can combine all of your strategies. Or by targeting buybacks, I will try to in the middle road between FBA, FBM, or Amazon sellers, and my price will be changed depending on their way. So for your question, I recommend totally to use balance enhancer or second phase sales booster. And other way, the last tip I would like to share with you guys, as you can see, I am creating a lot of strategies in order to understand which strategy will be work suitable for you. Use this route. I always divided my listing, such as 25 to 50 to 100, in order to understand which strategy is going to suit for me. So you will have a chance to work with different strategies. And my recommendation will be start with balance enhancer and then go with profit booster. And if you would like to still continue it, create a custom strategy and try to learn by selected products, and you will learn in the roads. And I hope I have answered your question, dear Chrissy.
You sure did. Thank you. Just one more. So, how easy is it for me to move from my current repricer over to SmartRepricer?
It is so easy. And the last part was that even though I give this information very specifically, there are so many Repricer products. I start always using the word of Aura and Pico, but the best way, and without giving you so much time, I am recommend you to this. We have upload section. So end of the decision, finally you have decided to use SmartRepricer just because of me, thank God. And you just came from Aura. You have a listing. Okay, the first advice, please download your template from the Aura. Okay, it's going to be downloaded as an Excel. You need to make sure. Okay, now you have inventory and you just want to import all of your inventory to your SmartRepricer, but you don't know how. There is an easy way. One, click the upload section, and first of all, click our templates. Why you need to click our templates? As you can see, I did not tell you when you download your Excel sheet, upload. No, please don't do that. In order the best way to upload your product, first of all, upload our sheets, which was in here, I think. And when you download your templates, first of all, download our templates. And you remember this part? This part is required. So you just need to copy and paste all of your old, let's say you came from Aura, copy and paste all of your inventory and paste in here, but make sure these columns are not empty, because when you just need to decide your minimum price, maximum price, because I cannot perform any repricer action without this. So basically, there are 3 steps. One, you have downloaded. Second is just to make sure, one more time, we are advising you, hey, could you please check your data? When you check your data, if you see everything right, upload. How you will going to understand your upload is success? Every upload also includes success count. So if you see in here the success count, it means good. And if you are not seeing any red, missing columns or missing counts, that means you don't have any problem. But if you see the green light all of your product, that means that you have uploaded your product. It took only like 1 or 2 minutes. But if you see something with red light, you need to make action from dashboard, which is easy. It's going to show you as a red light, such as like this. Let me show you. I have some uploaded product right now as a Chrissy, and one of the product I think has a missing minimum price. On the dashboard, you will be able to see this information, and you don't need to go back and upload an if sheet. No, there is only one thing you should do, and I hope this part will be alive. Missing strategy, missing price. Let me click missing price because I know I have only one product. If you see that there's only 1 or 2 product is make not to succeed count, you just come in here from the dashboards, just click your minimum or missing minimum price. Sorry for the waiting. And once you appear, you can do this. Here we go. So let's get pretend. Now you have 50 product. You can make the bulk action here, and you can update your minimum price. That's all. You don't need to go to upload section one more time. I just want to give you additional information regarding once you have uploaded your sheets, if you see something right, it doesn't write. Is there any question that you would like to ask? Maybe I missed some part, or maybe you would like to make some clarification regarding topic.
That's all. Thank you.
You're most welcome. I hope you enjoy my session. And thank you very much, guys. That pretend that I shared to SmartRepricer YouTube educational channel with you guys. And do not forget to join our upcoming sessions. We have so many coaching sessions which you can participate from Trickles University, which I would like to remind you one more time. In here, you will have a chance to go up and start to your learning journey. And we have a lot of courses starting from InventoryLab, Tactical Arbitrage, Feedback Quiz, Running, and SmartRepricer. But the best another part is that when you click coaching session, you are going to see some upcoming sessions that you can register for SmartRepricer, for feedback, for running, or any other topic or any other product that you would like to participate. Please do not forget to join these classes because these are self-oriented. If you want to get the information or first basic information, you will get a chance. If you want to make the live, if you want to see the live session, or if you want to participate in the live session, if you want to ask live question, do not forget to register our courses in here. Thank you very much one more time, and I hope to see you guys in my upcoming sessions. Bye-bye.
Have a good day.